Quite a few things to gather off today. Well, maybe not too many.
Oh?
They just kind of look like it's just the top.
Oh, damn. Yeah, quite a few, I think. Well, hopefully I'll be getting my last level of farming soon, then we can stop having to, like, do things in order. Or, you know, leaving it just to one of us.
No, what? Yeah, I totally love having to take care of all the farm animals. What are you talking about?
Well, listen. Clearly, it's my job to get the wood. I'm just saying. Or kill the monsters. We have gender roles here, alright? Here, I can go take care of one of the animals. Which one do you want?
I've already done this. I've already done them all.
Oh. Oh yeah, because your job is so hard. You have to I had to go in and pet all the sheep today. Oh man, all the fluffy boys I had to pet.
Emotional attachment I have to feel.
The heartwarming effects that I had to feel. I cried tears of joy all day. Oh wow, all the garlic in the greenhouse just went hatched. Or hatched. Jesus Christ. Listen, shut up.
Garlic.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's cloaca control.
Putting kale everywhere.
Makes sense. I think this garlic harvest might do it for us for a while.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this should be a lot of money. This might mean I actually hit level 10 farming.
Oh.
I mean, this is a lot of stuff all at once. What is that?
Kale.
Okay. You should have like hundreds of kale.
Oh, I got 20 left. Not enough.
Shit. We should go get more then.
Yeah.
We'd thought about it ahead of time. We should have gone through and used like fertilizer. All right, so we need I don't know, just get like a shit ton more kale.
To buy that or just make it?
Make kale?
No. Fertilize.
Jesus, I have 29 gold garlic.
Well, quality fertilizer is 2 sap and 1 fish of any type.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some seeds and harvest berries.
1 fish? Like, is the fertilizer only a couple of feet square though? 'Cause that's gonna be a lot of fish you have to catch.
Yeah, I think it does, yeah. But you can buy fertilizer too, it's cheap. We've got shit tons of money now.
I don't mind if we do or don't use fertilizer. I don't care. I mean, I know it's speed things up.
Well, fertilizer, I think, actually also means you get higher quality stuff. Like, speed grow makes it grow faster.
Oh, right.
Right, you said it was kale, right? Alright, I'm gonna get a shit ton of kale.
I'm gonna go give Linus a bottle of our wine.
Alright.
Let's see how he reacts.
I'm gonna head south and look for berries, and then head back up and plant all our kale.
Alright, well, I'm going north.
Just so we can really get this hipster feel down. What?
I said I'm going north, so I'll check that side.
Alright.
Hey, I got a leaf.
Perfect.
Let's go get that to old lady, what's her name? Oh, Linus, where are you? You're not home. You're probably up here standing at the side of the river looking into the water, like always.
I'm just standing here thinking about throwing myself in because no one would stop me. Jesus, Linus.
Have you come to ridicule me? Well, dude, you should know better. At this point, you're doing it self-centered.
Why are you giving me wine? This is how I lost my family and my home to begin with. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
He said the same thing to but this is a great gift. Thank you.
He is such an Eeyore. Oh, hey, there's actually these leeks. Nope, these are spring onions. Okay.
I remember those used to go in our yard a lot. They were just like kind of like wild onions, you know, like in the yard.
Yeah.
And me and my brother would like sometimes be like, "Hey, you eat these?" And I was like, "No, don't eat those."
We used to have like a lot of weird stuff growing. Like my house back in Maine is right behind like a creek. It's a really nice little area that looks friggin' amazing. But the it's like right next to kind of a swampy area right by the creek, and so you get a lot of really weird plants growing back there. Like these ones that look like kind of like wild lettuce that would grow in the area. I never figured out what the hell they were. And combined with that, because our entire yard was like a massive garden, because my grandmother was insane, and my mother had kind of taken after her a little bit, we used to have all sorts of weird shit growing there, like gardens where we could like pick fruit and vegetables and stuff like that all the time. And the weirdest one was, I think, daylilies. I'm not sure if they're the ones I'm thinking of, but it was a flower that like would bloom for like one day, and the petals were like really sort of like crunchy, and they didn't have much taste to them, but they were completely edible. So these like little one-day blooms you could eat, and they tasted like faintly sweet, but not really, kind of more like watery, crunchy grass. They looked gorgeous, though. So occasionally I'd wander around and eat those things.
Well, doesn't sound like the most disgusting thing ever.
No, certainly not. I had far more disgusting habits as a child.
Hey, the honey is done. And some tree sap. And mushroom. I know it wouldn't change anything at all, but I wonder if it'd be more satisfying to like compile everything, like all week long and then sell it off into the week.
Like, oh, you mean like all the crops and stuff?
Yeah, everything, like just hang on to it and then just sell it all at the end of the week. Just get like a huge lump sum.
We could do that. See what happens.
I don't believe it wouldn't change anything at all.
I don't think so.
Are we selling the honey or are we keeping it?
I've been keeping it so far. We could probably sell it. I mean, actually, one thing that may change is we do have a kitchen now, so we could cook things, in theory.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you one, though.
Get to your kitchen. There's not a bear blocking it.
Well, if you would stop moving my bears around.
So, in order to cook, do you have to basically just go from one to the next and learn them all?
I actually have no idea. I don't know how cooking works in this game. I never bothered.
Well, the only thing I have the option of cooking is a fried egg, but I don't even have an egg, so...
I assume it's just literally like crafting anything else.
Well, I'll work on it once I get an egg, I guess. God, bear. No, not you. Bear. There we go.
Huh, you been getting the mushrooms?
I just gathered them. Build faster, lady.
We have more tasks for you.
We don't actually have the means to make flour, though, because we don't have any wheat.
We could make wheat, though.
Did we?
We can grow it, can't we?
No, it's only a summer-fall thing.
Well, we could grow it inside the
Yeah,
greenhouse. Not right now. Where are we keeping seeds, anyway?
they always go in the food chest for me. That's where I like
Alright.
them. They technically classify it, though.
Fair enough.
I know it's like the only really good thing this little pond is for is the only thing that it's good for is filling your and catching garbage. You can then put in the recycling machine real quick.
It does make you wonder about like the quality of that water. Like it is basically apparently just chock full of newspaper. I'm not deeply impressed with the conservation efforts there.
Broken CDs, newspaper.
And like a worrying amount of glasses. We can agree there, right?
It's like a burial ground for nerds.
Where you just throw the nerds.
You want to go to bed now, or do we have something to do?
I think I've got all the stuff done.
Okay.
We should have a lot of wood now. Need to move my bed around.
I'm going to fry an egg today.
It's good to have goals. Alright.
Shoot big.
Shoot big. Aim high. Fry an egg. Wait, can I move my bed? No, I cannot.
In front of the chicken house. Get out of here, tree. Wait. This isn't one of those trees we were wanting to save, was it? With the big leaves on it?
I don't know.
No. I can get this one down.
Huh, I actually have a few things I can make, apparently, but I don't know what cooking... Like, how to get the other recipes. If you scroll...
You can just cook one and then the others will unlock as you cook them.
That's quite possible.
Hey, I think the mill's done.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it should be pretty obvious, I'd guess, if we look at it.
Continuously, gas pipes and everything like that. Yeah, it should be pretty obvious.
Well, I was just saying, if you sounded uncertain, I'd probably trust your judgment on it. Why do you have to make everything I say sound like I'm criticizing you? Yeah, did you see that?
What?
I just turned that around, made myself a victim right there. Fuck yeah. One of many!
Okay, that unlocked nothing for me as far as being able to think. That's not how it works.
Okay, so that's not the method.
Wasn't a fried egg a bundle thing? Or no?
It might be. Actually, that does sound kind of familiar.
Oh, it is, but you've already got it for now.
I do? Oh, I must have bought one someplace.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. When did you get it?
Okay. The garden has been reseeded.
Chickens and ducks everywhere.
Oh my. Okay, so the windmill doesn't really do anything except wheat, right?
I don't know. I don't know what else we can really use it for.
You may want to go talk to her today about getting your house upgraded then.
Oh yeah.
I think it's wood, stone, maybe just wood, something. Try hardwood too.
So many fucking trees that you can't even walk. They're all like blocking off the pathway. Oh yeah, I need to get more of those salmon berries. I forgot. Won't be in season all year, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll head south to go grab salmon berries. The salmon berry.
All it took was 450 pieces of wood. She didn't actually need any
Oh,
stone or anything.
nice. That works out. All right. So from now on, we at least know that we can upgrade either house, which is probably good to know at least. But we just need to make sure we upgrade yours.
Okay, here's we upgrade.
Yeah, but I mean, yours is the one that, like, ideally, if we can get to a point where it makes sense, I'd even delete my house just to save space, because that's kind of prime real estate right there.
That's true, I guess.
Plus, at this point, if we're playing gay farmers, I mean, they're gonna start asking questions like, they live in separate houses. How gay can they be?
Yeah, he's gay, kiss him. Yeah, okay.
Fine. Oh god, that reminds me. So, when I was younger, for whatever reason, like I had a really good group of friends, like all through high school and like late middle school, that were just a really weird bunch. It was kind of a not really like necessarily like the social rejects, but it was a lot of people that didn't really fit in with other folks who kind of all banded together. So it made for a really odd and unusual group with sort of a constant flux of people in and out of it as they, came and went.
Yeah.
Since a lot of them were folks that, came to school for like a year or so, but then their family moved or something. But we had one guy who I never really got to know him that well because he was just very quiet, sort of a thin, I don't know, I think he was might have been blonde, I don't remember. But we were having a party at one point and he came over and we didn't really know him, but always welcome to have him around, playing Smash Bros, shit like that. And as always happened, because people were, strange and all that, there was always kind of weird, like, faintly sexual talk and such. And suddenly somebody came up with the idea, you know what, fuck it, deep-throating contest the banana. Because, that's what happens, obviously. But what I found funny is, like, a few of the girls I knew took turns, and they did pretty goddamn well on the whole. Then this guy all of a sudden like stepped up and fucking destroyed them. And like, we didn't see him again. That's the sad thing. He was a nice guy, but what I found kind of funny is like that was his like last thing I remember out of him was him just like nonchalantly deep throating this banana right down to the base, popping it back out. Like, all right, I'm good. My turn on Smash Bros.
I'm sure he didn't like lay in bed later that night. Just, oh god, why did I do that?
I'd hope not. I mean, nobody gave him shit about it.
Oh yeah, but
I mean, he also was not the only guy to try it.
Oh, well, that helped.
Yeah, this was like the crowd was not against this kind of thing. I think this was a very tolerant group in general.
I can't quite relate to doing something like that. Although, I think it was like the first or second time that I ever came over to Seth. I was like 13 or 14. For some reason, we felt the need to go down into this kitchen and basically make this concoction of crap out of everything we could find in the refrigerator. I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why we did it. We just started like pouring,
yeah, kids do that.
We poured like a little bit of everything in his refrigerator into a bowl. And it was so disgusting that I ended up throwing up in the bowl. And then we threw it out in the yard. And that was it.
Yeah, I remember raiding my mother's spice rack at one point and using a coffee filter to make we called it like ninja smoke bombs or something when I was in middle school.
Ninja smoke bombs.
I mean, they kind of looked like you'd throw it and it would burst open and like send a cloud of dust up every place.
You get some of that in your eye. I'm sure that's really great.
I'm sure it was the bigger risk was probably my mother realizing I was using up her spices.
Yeah, right. Your mom cooked. Definitely not the butlers and the maids.
I don't know. I mean, I have come to grips with the fact that I essentially did grow up fairly rich, at least in comparison to the average person. But it really didn't feel that way considering where I grew up. Because, I mean, I legitimately knew people whose houses had, like, 4-car garages and, like, family owned, like, multiple boats. Like, that was not unusual, necessarily. I mean, heck, one of the guys we used to do LAN parties with, we did the LAN parties in the series of warehouses his parents owned on the waterfront in Maine. Like, in the middle of town.
Dang.
Yeah. The, what was that? Fucking family. Like I never was like deeply friends with the guy, so I didn't really know him that well. But fuck, I can't remember what his goddamn name was now. It started with an S, I think. But yeah, his
I
family
thought you
owned
were gonna
like
say something like something Halliburton.
Gates, Bill, something. I don't
I was
know.
waiting for like a Halliburton.
Hallibutton? I don't know. But no, he's a nice enough guy. But yeah, we it was LAN parties they were referring to as, for some reason, the term they went with was sinusoidal intellectualism was the name of the LAN party.
Dang.
And it was up on the upper floor of this warehouse. It was a really crappy building. You had to like drag your CRT monitors up the stairs. Oh yeah, like mine was a fucking like 14-inch CRT and it was like stupid. No, 19-inch. It was a 19 fucking inch CRT and
Dang,
it was
that's a
stupidly heavy.
big fucking monitor back then.
Oh yeah, it was fucking awesome. We had to drag it up the stairs to get there, playing like Counter Strike late in the night. They used to have people would bring snacks. One guy would like had like a DJ rig. They would hang Christmas lights up from the ceiling, and they used to have like a light up like toy like tin soldier guy like as the Christmas ornaments they had hung with a noose made of Christmas lights.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a 3-day party, and they tried to say to avoid sleeping at any point during it.
Well, that's just insane. You gotta sleep.
Oh, absolutely was insane. But what I found kind of funny is I was one of the people that kind of wussed out. So I went like laid in a corner using my jacket as a pillow and like got like a few hours rest. But on the last day, we were playing Counter Strike, and I had like never played Counter Strike before. It's not a fun game when you first start playing it because it's really fucking hard to beat anybody who knows what they're doing. And so the first day, I did not get a single fucking kill. The second day I did a little better, but the third day when everybody was sleep deprived, but I had slept for a little while, all of a sudden I was godlike.
Well, everyone else was at a disadvantage, I guess, huh?
Oh, exactly. And if I could choose to have sleep deprived opponents again, I would definitely go for it. It worked great.
Oh yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, I wouldn't mind ever. Like, I don't think I would ever mind being put against like a team Canoe in Overwatch. I wouldn't feel sorry for them,
Yeah.
but that's just me. Because I've had my ass handed to me so many times in that fucking game that I don't care anymore. Fun game.
That's the problem, like, is I think both of us could definitely get good enough at it to basically kick ass. But the problem is I don't think either one of us necessarily care enough to, like, put the time in to really get good.
Yeah, I'm not quite that dedicated.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. Those sticks I caught, surprisingly enough, got turned into wood. What are the chances?
Hmm.
I'm looking for like broken CDs or something, because those usually come out as quartz. Come on. Oh, nothing. Newspaper. And...
Oh hey, I think my farming is up to level 10.
Oh, they'll probably tell you tonight then, won't it?
Yep. Need to rearrange my house. Get my papyrus statue in a different spot.
Yeah, you put mine next to my bed.
I think he moved there on his own.
Cannot put Interpolar in the recycling machine.
Nah, it's already trash.
And deposit this right here, and wood and stone up in here, and you're good.
Coop, did you take Coop Master or Shepherd?
Where are they?
Coop Master is befriend coop animals quicker, incubation time cut in half. Shepherd is befriend barn animals quicker, and sheep produce wool faster. Oh wait, no, you didn't take either one of those because this is the secondary profession based on what I chose.
I was gonna say, neither one of those sound familiar to me.
Okay, what do you think makes more sense? Coop or barn animals as being a priority, and incubation time cut in half, or sheep produce wool? I think sheep producing wool faster is better because we're not incubating that often.
Yeah, I would go for that.
Yeah.